Hi everyone, it's Lindey. Welcome back to my channel. Today I wanted to go over some really awesome side hustle ideas that you can use to generate an extra income from home. So I'm going to talk about some things that I've personally done myself in the past, as well as some things that I have heard about or I know other people do that generate a legitimate income. And if you've been a follower on my YouTube channel for a while now, rest assured I am not just going to be talking about all of the same things that I always talk about. You're going to hear a lot of brand new ideas in this video, so make sure to keep watching. And the best part is that most of these jobs require little to no startup money. And in most cases, you can start doing these almost immediately and start creating an income for yourself. So now, of course, the best way to generate some sort of income from home is reselling. That is the number one thing I recommend to everybody. I think everybody should be a reseller. I think that everybody should be looking for things that they can sell for profit because there is so much opportunity in the e-commerce world to generate a profit off of simple products. So I'm not going to go into a whole lot of detail with reselling because most of the videos on my channel are reselling related. So just make sure to be following my YouTube channel and check out older videos to learn a little bit more about reselling on platforms like eBay. The first work from home opportunity I want to talk about is the ability to use your voice to generate an income by recording audio for audiobooks and voiceover work. Now, even though this is something that I have never done myself, I am incredibly intrigued and I'm going to be looking into doing this myself. Now, in most cases, any sort of microphone will work, but of course, the better the microphone you have, the more likely you are to get jobs. So the two websites I wanted to point out here are acx.com and voices.com. acx.com is a website where writers are looking for people to vocalize their books for audiobooks. A lot of the people that use the ACX website will actually use those people to voice their books for programs like Audible. You can scroll through and you can take a look at whatever criteria writers are looking for, whether it's a male voice, a female voice, young or old. If you want to focus on reading nonfiction versus fiction, you can narrow down stories based on length and what kind of income it's going to generate for you. And then you basically audition. Of course, somebody's not going to pick you to do a job for them unless they hear your voice first. So what you would do is you would just simply audition, record some audio, submit it, and then wait to see if you get chosen to record the audiobook. And then voices.com is very, very similar in the sense that people are looking for individuals to do audiobooks, but they're also looking for things like voiceover work and voice acting. Now, again, I've never done this myself, but I have heard really good things about this site. So if you're interested, I will definitely post links below and you could go check out those sites for yourself and see how you feel about the entire process and maybe do some auditioning. Another suggestion that I have is selling yourself online. And as funny as that is to hear, it is actually a legit thing. The two biggest sites for this are Upwork.com and Fiverr.com. There are lots of people that are out there looking for virtual help doing very particular tasks. And if you have any sort of skill that can be translated into the virtual world, then you can post that available on those sites. You know, if somebody's looking for a VA, a virtual assistant, they're looking for somebody to help them juggle emails or keep track of a calendar with scheduled appointments. If you're really good at proofreading, maybe you're a grammar Nazi and it drives you crazy when people don't use proper punctuation. There could be people out there that are looking for someone to proofread documents to make sure that there's no errors. I think that one of the most common jobs that people automatically associate these websites with are things like graphic design, because I know I've personally, found someone on Fiverr to do some graphic design for me in the past, but what a lot of people don't seem to understand is there is so many opportunities to post different jobs that they can do on those sites. It's not just about finding someone for graphic design. It is so much more than that. If you have any sort of skill that can be translated into the virtual world, you can get work on those sites. And what do you do if you have no skills at all? or maybe you do have some skills, but they're not as fine-tuned as you would hope. I'm very pleased to say that Skillshare has partnered with my YouTube channel and they are sponsoring this video. Skillshare is an amazing online learning platform with over 20,000 different classes in different areas. So if you have a skill that you're really looking to hone in on and get better at, Skillshare is an amazing platform. You know, if you're wanting to get better at something like graphic design, or if you're wanting to learn a little bit more about computers, if you're wanting to learn more about a particular skill that you can use in the workforce, in the virtual world, if you search it, chances are Skillshare's got some classes on it. It's really incredible. You get unlimited classes and it's less than $10 a month for an annual subscription. And because Skillshare is sponsoring this video, they're giving up to 500 of my viewers 2 free months on the Skillshare platform, absolutely free. So if you're really intrigued by the idea of selling yourself online, but you don't really have a lot of skills that you think would benefit the workforce, or if you do have skills that just need a little bit more honing in on, this 2 free months on Skillshare is an amazing opportunity for you to do that. So be sure to check the link in the video description below. I will put that sign up link in there and go check it out. Let me know down in the comments what classes you are excited to take. Now, very similar to that is you can sell yourself on Facebook. Again, just as crazy as that is to hear, it is a legitimate thing. So just like you would market yourself virtually on the sites like Upwork and Fiverr, you can actually specify things that you can do, skills that people can utilize you for, and sell yourself on Facebook. You would basically just be posting an ad for any sort of skill that you have. And right now, I'm gonna give you some ideas of things that I've actually had people tell me they do and they make real serious money with it. I've heard of people making money running a laundry service. That's right. You have to do laundry in your house anyways, but I have spoken with people that actually do laundry for their neighbors as well. Every single week, they get a bag on their porch, they wash, dry, and fold the clothes and deliver it back to their neighbor's house, and they get paid weekly to do that. So if you're stuck in your house, you have to do your own laundry anyway, you might as well offer to do your neighbor's laundry as well and make a little extra money. Same thing with meal prep and cooking meals. There's actually a lot of people in my local area that will sell meals to people. It's as simple as making one lasagna for you and your family and making a second one at the same time and selling that. And not just selling one-off pans of lasagna, but selling a regular reoccurring service. I've actually spoken with several people that do meal planning and meal prepping for dozens of people. Yes, dozens of people, and they get paid weekly to do that. So if you're really good at meal prep and you meal prep for your family already, you can actually cook and meal prep for someone else and get paid regularly for doing so. You just have to market that service on Facebook, and anybody that's interested will message you directly. You can also market yourself as being a handyman or doing manual labor or even lawn care. You know, back in the day, people would go door to door and ask if you would want to pay them $20 to mow your lawn. Well, guess what? In the age of social media now, you don't just have to go knocking door to door asking someone if you can mow their lawn for some extra cash. You can actually market yourself and tell your entire community, hey, I'm willing to come over and mow your lawn, and this is what I charge. I personally live in an area where people are always moving because of the military, so I will see people occasionally post that they're available to help with manual labor when it comes to moving boxes in and out of moving trucks. That's actually a service that my mother used not too long ago. She needed some extra hands just moving boxes in and out of a truck while they were moving back to Kansas, and she just paid people to come and do that. It wasn't, you know, about hiring an entire moving service and renting a truck. It was just about, I want to pay somebody X amount of dollars to use them for a few hours to help me move some boxes around. So when you're talking about person-to-person services, it doesn't even have to be a specific skill like graphic design or proofreading. It could be something as simple as a pair of hands and time you're available. I also know people that clean houses. I mean, if you have basic cleaning supplies, you can offer yourself to come in and do regular cleaning in people's houses. Sometimes people are gonna wanna go with an accredited service, but then there's other people that are just willing to hire a neighbor to come in and clean windows. I remember when I was a kid, that's what I did. There was a handful of people in my neighborhood and they would pay me $10 to come over and wash windows. Again, that was a different time, and there was no social media when I was doing that. It was just simply neighbors that we knew and trusted, so I could go into their houses. But it's the same kind of idea, but you do need to exercise some caution if you're going to be doing work in other people's homes. Another thing is babysitting. You are welcome to post babysitting services on the site for anybody who wants to hire someone for a few hours a month so that they can go out on a date night. If you are available and willing to do the work, just post an ad and sell yourself. So speaking of babysitting, if you don't want to babysit children, you can babysit pets. That is also a legitimate thing. One of the most popular sites for doing this is called rover.com. You can actually sell your services in boarding pets and dog walking. You get to set all of your own terms. You get to say whether or not you take pets only during the day or if you allow them to stay overnight, and then how many days you're willing to keep animals. And you can also allow yourself to be scheduled for simple dog walking in your area. Again, I've never personally done this, but I do know people that have done it and they have made some serious money just taking in dogs. And you could do cats too. It's not just dogs. Okay, so this next one is really similar to the idea of selling yourself on Facebook, and it's actually making yourself available for junk removal. We're starting to get into the spring and summer months. There's going to be lots of estate sales going on. People are going to be doing moving sales because maybe they're buying another house and they're looking to transition and move. Lots of people are going to be having garage sales and they're going to want stuff disposed of. My brother is a real estate agent and he tells me all the time that whenever they're selling a house, they're looking for people to do junk removal. That just basically involves someone having a truck and literally just pulling the stuff out of the house that nobody wants. And that's why I made sure to mention things like estate sales and garage sales as well, because it's not just the idea of, with real estate, someone's trying to sell their house and they need to get rid of stuff. But if someone is having a garage sale and they just have a whole bunch of stuff that didn't sell and they want the stuff gone, if you have services for junk removal, you can actually make money doing that. And most of the time, all you need is a truck and the willingness to work. And then, bonus, you can actually make double the money if you remove the items and resell the merchandise that is sellable. So if you're cleaning out someone's house after an estate sale or a garage sale, and there's items that are perfectly fine to list online to sell on a platform like eBay or Etsy, then you can make money selling those items, and you made the money removing the stuff from the house. Like getting paid double. So that's definitely something to keep in mind as well, as long as you're willing to do it. Now, something else that I've never personally done myself, but I have heard of a lot of people doing it and making very legitimate money, and it is tutoring and teaching English. And what's so cool about this is there are platforms that will pay people to teach English or tutor over a site like Skype. The one that I've been hearing the most about lately is called VIPkid.com. Now, for a site like this, in order to be hired as a teacher for teaching English, you must have a 4-year degree. But what's really cool is it doesn't matter what your degree is in. It doesn't have to be a degree in teaching. You just need to have a bachelor's in something in order to qualify as a teacher. The other criteria that you would need to reach is that you would have to have 1 year of teaching experience. Now, that doesn't mean that you have to be a teacher, but it could be something as simple as helping out with tutoring at your nearby school. What's really neat about these platforms is you get to set your own hours and say how much you're willing to work. So if you want to work a little bit more, you can make more money doing it. So there is a little bit more of a barrier to entry because you do need to have some sort of degree and a little bit of experience doing something like tutoring. But if you reach that criteria, you can make some serious money teaching over Skype. So a lot of the times when people talk about side hustles, you think about things like driving Uber or Lyft. And then it's kind of morphed into this new area where people are actually doing things like UberEats, where you're not just driving people from one place to another, you're actually picking up to-go orders and delivering them to people so that they can eat without having to leave their house. There's something else that's out there now that's even cooler than that. It's called Instacart. Again, Instacart is not something that I have used myself, but I am really seeing a lot of people starting to use this service. And because of that, it's starting to become available in more areas, and it's really, really cool. So this is the age now where people are doing a lot of grocery pickup. I know I personally use Walmart grocery pickup all of the time. I am obsessed. Well, Instacart is the same kind of premise. You actually pick up groceries for people and deliver it. So it's not just about something like UberEats where you pick up something at Subway and deliver it to them. You are actually picking up their groceries and delivering. And I have been hearing a lot of people making really good, legitimate money doing Instacart. Affiliate marketing is also a really big growing trend in the side hustle community. I've talked a lot about affiliate marketing on my channel before, and I'll go ahead and link previous videos that I've done up here when it comes to affiliate marketing. I'm not going to go into a lot of detail about what affiliate marketing is because I do have those videos that you can go watch after this one. But affiliate marketing is essentially recommending and posting links of products that you recommend, and when people click on those links and buy them, you earn a commission. It doesn't involve you having to actually buy the merchandise to resell yourself. You're just basically taking a finder's fee. And what's really awesome about affiliate marketing is there is zero additional cost to the consumer. You just get a cut of whatever the sale was. Something else that I have done in the past, I haven't done it really lately. It's been a few years since I've done it, but I did already do a video on it, and that is Amazon Mechanical Turk. I'll go ahead and put that video up here as well for you to reference. So no, it is not selling products on Amazon. It's actually a virtual workshop. It's not so much skills like Upwork or Fiverr, but there are people that post virtual jobs that they need accomplished. And usually they're really small jobs that pay a very small amount of money. But the power with Amazon Mechanical Turk is being able to do multiple jobs to make that money add up. Like, I remember doing Amazon Mechanical Turk right after my youngest son was born, just for some extra pocket money to help out. And it was a way to make actual legitimate money that was transferred into my bank account. In my opinion, the best things to do on Amazon Mechanical Turk to make the best money is audio transcriptions. That is probably one of the most popular things that I've seen on that platform, and it's consistent income. And that is basically just putting on some headphones, listening to audio, and typing out whatever the audio says. That way, the person that posted the job has a physical transcript for the audio. And again, these are jobs you could take as many or as few as you want, depending on how much money you want to make. But I do also think it needs to be said, nobody is going to get rich doing Amazon Mechanical Turk. Some of these jobs only pay a penny or 5 cents or 10 cents a task, but some of these tasks will only take you 20 seconds to finish. They're very, very, very small tasks most of the time. So if you're looking for something just to fill maybe 20 minutes here, 30 minutes there, and get paid for it, that might be a good option for you. Something else that you can do is sell stock photos. Again, this isn't something that I have done myself, but I do know people make money just simply selling stock photos to platforms like iStock and Shutterstock. Of course, you don't have to have a super fancy camera, and you don't have to be really good at photo editing in order to sell your pictures, although it helps. And you can learn how to do a lot more of that on Skillshare, by the way. There's lots of photography and photo editing classes on the Skillshare platform. Just gonna throw that out there. But there are platforms where people can actually go buy stock images, and those images have to come from somewhere. That's where people like me and you come into play. We can actually sell photographs to these platforms. And then my last recommendation is to sell yourself as a cameraman. Now, this sounds a little silly, but I promise you, it's a legitimate thing. And it does kind of go along with selling yourself on Facebook as kind of like one of those things that you can market yourself as. There's a lot of instances where people don't necessarily want to hire a professional photographer. They just want someone to hold a phone and snap some pictures. For example, around where I live, there's a military installation. And in an instance where there's like a military homecoming, There is always people looking for individuals to photograph those moments. They're not necessarily looking for a $500 an hour photographer to come out and photograph it. They're just wanting an individual to simply hold their phone and snap pictures while they reunite after a long trip. And that is a service that literally anybody can provide. It just takes your time. So if there's an opportunity where maybe someone wants to surprise somebody, or somebody just wants another person standing there to take pictures of them, that can be you. And it's kind of cool because you help contribute to those moments in time that people want to save. All right, you guys, I hope that I helped you get some really good ideas for creating a side hustle for yourself. If you like this video, please do give it a thumbs up. That way I know that you like content like this and I can continue to make it. And remember to share this video with somebody that might benefit from this information. Feel free to leave any questions or comments down in the comments below. Don't forget to check the video description. I will put useful links in there, as well as the link that you can use for Skillshare to sign up for 2 free months of Skillshare service at no charge. My gift and their gift to you. And as always, make sure to subscribe to my channel if you'd like to see more content. And I'll see you guys with my next video. Bye-bye.